Hey folks, Tones are back. We are in the STA 2 today. We are on Empire's border, and this map is a complete corridor map. It is a Tier 8, Tier 7 game, but we are just going to try and use our speed to get in a position up at A9 to try and get some damage, and we'll see what happens from there. It's not ideal, but hull down, this thing can bounce a few shells, so we're just shooting at that house to try and create a situation where someone can see further. But you know, we're on the move. We're not going to slow down. We do have some support here, so we're going to push forward. So there's, like I said, not a lot you can do on this map. This thing does have pretty good gun depression and really good gun handling, so we're able to take advantage of that. And also we've got someone in the pushing into the middle, so they're up in the middle here, which is great for our team. It also shows that there's a bunch of stuff kind of down in the middle area. And that is a spot you do not want to go. You don't want to be in these houses here, if at all possible, as we're going to take a shot on this T-34-3, and we're able to get a second shot and take him out. Now, it doesn't have great gun elevation, so I do have to move forward in order to hit, and we're able to hit a shot on the Hellcat. So I saw that some tanks are pushing down up here, and so I'm assuming that we'll get some action. But there's also this MK PZ-68, which I think is a premium tank of some sort, and we're going to go ahead and try and hit these guys. And I don't think it has a lot of armor. I guess that's the takeaway. It also has 400 alpha, give or take. And so for now, we're just going to try and fight these hold down tanks. We'll try and get some decent shots in. We may trade a little bit of health, but that's kind of okay. This Super Pershing, I can hit his side and pin him all day long, where you're just using standard rounds. And I see that there's another basically Super Pershing down there. And for me, this is the time to leave, right? I do realize that we've got a T-25AT, but he is not in a position apparently to hit this MKPZ, and I do not want to be trading 240 for 400. So we're going to mosey on out of here and figure out what else we can do. So we find a E25. I don't understand why this guy is pushed all the way here, but we're going to try and track him. It does not work, but we're able to use our handbrake to get away from him and to shoot at him without him shooting at us. And just a little maneuvering. We do have good maneuverability here, and we're able to take care of that guy with minimal effort, and really didn't take a lot of damage there. So we'll take that all day long. 2200 damage. And so I said don't go down into this area, but quite honestly, we're going to cross over and try and hit this MK, because he is obviously in a poor position, and if I can help my teammate out and get a little damage there, that's what we're going to do. So we pick up a shot against the Super Pershing. This thing's all about moving around the map. And it's currently 10-9. We're doing okay. But it's going to kind of start going poorly here pretty soon. But what I'm trying to do is anticipate where people are going and using my view range and mobility in order to take advantage of those guys. And so the T-25AT, I'm kind of indicating I need help, and I just want to see if I can spot these guys pushing out. Now look at my view range circle, right? I'm just trying to see, I want to catch these guys in the open if at all possible. And we're able to catch the Super Pershing and hit him before he actually moves forward. And we hit the IS-22, and so we're going to back off and just take a single fight. This Super Pershing stops. As soon as he stops, I do not want to fight him, right? I've got support, he does not. And we're going to go ahead and get a lucky shot into his track right at the end there. So now I know the IS-2S has poor view range, but I'm not willing to stick my nose out there until either A, he fires, or B, we are unspotted. Because I don't want to take 400 damage for no reason. So at this point it looks like it's fairly even. In fact, we're a tank ahead, but if you look at the hit points, we are behind by, over 2,000 hit points. So even though we've done some heavy lifting, 3,400 damage, and this T-25AT actually has played a very good game as well. So we're still behind. Now, one of the reasons I do not go this direction is because if you get up in here and you start facing a heavy tank, there's really almost no escape from that. And I'm really just a two-shot to the T-32, to both heavy tanks, basically. I've got less than 600 health. So I make a decision not to go there, and it's going to be a little bit of hide-and-seek trying to find stuff. We do have a Scorpion that is holding against those heavies, along with an ISU, so I kind of figure that they might be okay for a little while. And then we've got the T-25AT flanking. He picks up the other heavy tank, so he's seen the KV-5 and he is pushing in. I think he's trusting his teammates a little too much, personally, but he is pushing in to attack this T-832, and unfortunately they're going to have a little bit of trouble with that guy and the KV-5. So I am attempting to find the Super Pershing. I don't know where he went, quite honestly. The only option at this point is that he went around the top and was sitting up here and waiting. So we've lost our ISU, which is unfortunate. That thing has a wicked gun, and I'm still trying to find this Super Pershing. Don't see him, and I'm hoping that they're going to kill this T-832, which is it's a very good tank for one thing, but yeah. And this T-832 has killed, looks like, the ISU and also the Scorpion G, which is unfortunate. So I did say that I was sorry, that I thought that they could handle it, to the T-25AT, who does go down, and we're able to throw a gold round into the back of his turret and finish him off. So my thought process now, there's 6 minutes left, so there's plenty of time. My assumption is that this Super Pershing was up in here and probably is coming back towards Cap. So we'd like to catch him pushing back in is kind of the idea, because it seems as if he has been very passive, right? He sat in the very back when the other Super Pershing was up front fighting, and didn't really join the fray when everybody was fighting in what is that, D9 or whatever, right up in this corner here. So I kind of anticipate that he's going to play really slow and come back to the Cap. So I'm checking up here because people can hide there, and so do I go in and cap the base, or do I try and catch this guy coming in? I think the answer is trying to catch this guy coming in, because if I need to get some shots on him prior to him hitting me or shooting at me, and we just spot check that bush just by shooting in it, just to see if we do get spotted. And I decide at this point that he's probably a long ways away. I could probably try and cap and at least pull him towards me. And at that very moment, he begins to cap. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit because there's no reason to watch me travel. Because obviously we're going back towards the cap, and we're just going to try and reset. Now, a Super Pershing is a little bit troublesome for me because it's got spaced armor, and my gold rounds are heat, and therefore they're kind of useless against that. Now, this guy ends up being a bot. I mean, we just end up shooting him over and over and over again. And that's kind of how we bump up our totals. It's the first bot I've seen in a long time, although this is the Christmas time, so I don't know when you'll be watching this, but it definitely is Christmas time, and it's I think that they institute more bots at that point. So, or maybe I just kill bots and don't realize they're bots, but in this case it's a one-on-one. Unfortunately, we're starting to miss, but yeah, the gun is kind of trolling me a little bit, but at any rate, we're able to just kind of shoot him, and at this point I realize he's a bot, so we're just gonna sit here and pull down and shoot him to death. So, and I think I even say, yeah, poor bot, and I say bot basically at the same time. So it's a little bit of a cheeky ace, but at the same time, I did have 5 kills and 4,000 damage before this, so it was probably an ace anyway. It just increased my ace tanker. So let's go ahead and look at the after action report on this. Okay, I didn't lie to you, it's an ace tanker. We got a defender for 70 or more cap points, defended, high caliber, and a top gun out of this. So I think it did buff some stats, but I think it was an ace tanker anyway. 1,762 base experience, though. We'll take that. 5,400 damage in a tier 8 soft medium with 240 alpha. 34 shots, 26 hits, 25 pens. So our pen percentage is really good on the stuff that we... Keep in mind, we fired some blind shots and stuff. So, yeah, we're really happy with that. We hit 8 vehicles, killed 6, and we had a little bit of assist to take us up to near 6K in a tier 8 kind of mediocre medium. 102,000 credits, and then we had it was a 5 times, so we ended up with 5,500 experience and quite a bit of free XP as well, 264. So yeah, I like the tank, but it is by all means fairly mediocre just because of the lack of armor and the lack of alpha. The DPM is pretty good. The mobility is very good. So that's the only thing that really saves this thing. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, please do let me know. We will catch you on the next one. Toaster out.